Injuries, mic mishaps, botched moves, all of these elements culminate to create the ultimate WWE blooper reel. Whether it's on a live show like Raw or a pay-per-view like SummerSlam, WWE superstars have committed tons of bloopers over the years. Try not to laugh as wrestlers like Roman Reigns, John Cena, Matt Hardy, and CM Punk all earn their spot on the blooper reel. Before you watch, click subscribe. You'll join our notification squad and be the first to know of new content. Cesaro meets Ring Post. One of the more surprising tag teams in recent months has been Cesaro and Sheamus. They both work incredibly hard in the ring and have gelled well enough to have 2 runs with the Tag Team Championship. At the 2017 SummerSlam, the duo lost their titles to Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, but earned their shot at a rematch for the No Mercy pay-per-view. Things were working in their favor for a majority of the match until Dean Ambrose locked Cesaro into a slingshot. He flung Cesaro up into the air and Cesaro's mouth landed right on top of the steel post. His lips were torn open and his front teeth jammed into his jaw. You could see the pain on his face as soon as it happened, but the Swiss superstar raged on. He received brief medical attention outside the ring to stop the blood and joined back into the match. Cesaro ended up fighting for more than 10 minutes after the incident occurred. The big ending came when Sheamus accidentally delivered a boot to the face, likely causing even more pain. Needless to say, he needed stitches and emergency dental surgery following the event. Ouch. Jack Swagger kicks out. CM Punk was one of the most proficient wrestlers in the WWE. With the years of experience in the indie scene and the WWE, Punk was a great performer in the ring and rarely botched moves. During the January 9th edition of WWE Raw in 2012, Punk took on Jack Swagger with a lot on the line. If CM Punk defeated Swagger, then Jack Swagger and Vicky Guerrero would be banned from ringside for Punk's WWE Championship at the upcoming Royal Rumble. The challenge seemed to be a lot easier than expected. After hitting the high-flying elbow drop, Punk pinned Swagger and surprisingly got the 3 count. The only problem? Jack Swagger clearly kicked out at the 2 and the ref counted it anyway. Punk immediately jumped to his feet, angered and upset about the random quick count. He shared a few words with the ref, but the match was already over and it was too late to change anything. Multiple relays showed Swagger kick out and confusion ensued as the announcers tried to cover the situation the best they could. We're not sure what the true ending was supposed to be, but Swagger lost and CM Punk didn't have to deal with him or Guerrero during his pay-per-view match against Dolph Ziggler. The Russian flag gets stuck. Rusev helped build his heel character on the ability to draw heat for his love of Russia, and the constant tension with the United States, because in the WWE, global conflicts never end. One of the easiest ways for the Bulgarian star to do this was by waving the Russian flag around. The WWE helped him take this one step further by often displaying a giant Russian flag above the ring for the star celebrations. In 2015, these celebrations continued as Rusev began a feud with John Cena over the United States Championship. On the February 2nd edition of WWE Raw, Rusev dispatched of Eric Rowan in an effort to showcase the power and brutality he would bring upon Cena. After the beatdown, Rusev was supposed to celebrate again, but there was a little snag. Literally, just as the giant Russian flag was supposed to drop, it became jammed in the display mechanism. To the delight of fans, only a small portion of the flag hung down. Quick to think, Rusev grabbed a smaller version of the Russian flag and began to proudly wave it across the ring as Lana stood by his side and cheered him on. He didn't let a little snafu stop him from celebrating the way he wanted, damn it. Jinder Mahal slips through the ropes. Jinder Mahal shocked the WWE Universe when he defeated Randy Orton to become the WWE Champion at the 2017 WWE Backlash. The star, who was once relegated to a weekly jobber spot, was now sitting atop the SmackDown brand and still had a lot to prove. His feud with Orton was just the beginning and the two competed in several matches following Mahal's WWE title win. One of them was a tag team match featuring Mahal and Rusev taking on Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura. Towards the end of the match, things got a little hectic in the ring and this is when Mahal made a big mistake. As Mahal was trying to attack Orton, he got awkwardly knocked over the top rope. Then Orton tried to slip him through the ropes for his signature elevated DDT, but Mahal's feet slipped off. Then Mahal stumbled a little bit before Orton grabbed him, helped him gain his footing, and delivered a traditional standing DDT. It wasn't the smoothest set of moves for someone who's supposed to be the top guy in the locker room. The messy moment was Mahal's last part in the match, as Orton and Shinsuke made quick work of Rusev and pinned him for the tag team victory. Matt Hardy stumbled. When you're a veteran in the ring like Matt Hardy, your timing should be impeccable and not include many mistakes. Things are probably a little different when you're involved in an 8-man tag match. Matt Hardy and his brother Jeff teamed up with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose to take on the Club, Sheamus and Cesaro. A majority of the match was one-sided, with Ambrose taking much of the beatdown as the opposing team kept control. At one point in the match, Cesaro attempted a pin on Ambrose. It was up to Matt Hardy to make the save, but when he entered the ring, he stumbled and lost his footing. With only a 3 count before the pinfall fall is guaranteed, Hardy was desperate to break up the pin. He didn't get there in time, but Ambrose was able to attempt a quick kick-out while the ref stopped counting. The match was saved thanks to the ref, but the huge mistake by Matt Hardy couldn't go unnoticed. The announcers tried to cover up the blooper by stating that the ref got distracted with the presence of Matt Hardy, and that this was why he stopped the count. It was a clear error made by a man who may be a little broken inside after messing up. Whoa, those are some crazy bloopers, and we have plenty more right after this quick trivia question. Stay tuned until the end to hear the answer. Rusev's Russian flag botch wasn't the only time there was an issue with the flag. Can you name the superstar who ripped the giant flag from its display as Rusev screamed in horror? Grand Metalik gets unmasked. Wearing a luchador mask is a great honor in Mexican wrestling. The masks are worn for years by competitors, and many of them choose to never even show their face. This tradition and honor has been carried through the WWE over the years. The current cruiserweight superstar Grand Metalik follows in the footsteps of other masked Mexican WWE wrestlers like Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, and Kalisto. On a recent episode of WWE Raw, Grand Metalik got to showcase some of his skills in a match against Neville. Neville was the cruiserweight champion at the time and loved to show ruthless aggression and dominance in the ring. At one point in the match, both competitors were on the outside of the ring. This is when Neville began raking at Grand Metalik's face. Metalik tried pulling back, but the force of the two ripped the mask right open. Metalik's face was revealed to the WWE Universe, and he was forced to finish the match with a gaping hole visible on his mask. The moment was shocking, and in the seconds when Neville realized what he did, you can see the surprised look on his face. Pulling off the mask of a luchador is dishonorable, but at least it was just an accident in this case. Bray Wyatt's fall from grace. At the beginning of 2017, it appeared as if Bray Wyatt was on the right track in the WWE again. He won the WWE Championship at the Elimination Chamber and went on to win matches against the likes of John Cena and AJ Styles. Then Wyatt lost his WWE title at WrestleMania, and everything started going downhill again. Bray Wyatt ended his summer with a dull feud and a build-up against Finn Balor. Vintage Wyatt was on display in this feud with nonsensical promos and tired gimmicks like the bloodbath. Oh, we're sorry, we mean acidic liquid. Thanks, Michael Cole, for that info. This all led up to the SummerSlam match between Balor and Wyatt that ultimately represented Wyatt's fall from the top. A great literal sense of Wyatt's fall from grace was showcased near the closing moments of the match. Wyatt was about to perform his trademark spider walk across the ring when he really botched the setup. He tried grabbing the ring ropes, but his hands slipped and he fell flat on his back. This became a normal position for Wyatt, laying flat and looking up at arena lights as he's pinned by opponent after opponent. Wyatt tried to recover from the fall and act like nothing happened, but it was too late. Balor won the match just moments later, ending Wyatt's night with an embarrassing mistake. John Cena overshoots his landing. John Cena has a number of signature moves in his arsenal. This includes the Attitude Adjustment, 5-knuckle shuffle, springboard stunner, and his flying leg drop. While the springboard stunner is typically the move that Cena botches while in the ring, he has made mistakes with many others, especially the flying leg drop. One of his worst was at the 2009 Night of Champions pay-per-view. In one of the main events, Randy Orton defended his WWE Championship against Triple H and John Cena in a triple threat match. The match had a lot of back and forth and non-stop action as the superstars attacked each other all around the ring. During one point, Triple H and Randy Orton were trying to recover and stand back up. This is when Cena launched himself from the top rope and attempted to hit a double flying leg drop on his opponents. Unfortunately, Cena overshot his target and landed by just grazing Orton. Maybe it was the draft created as he flew down, but both Orton and Triple H fell to the mat like they were pummeled with the move when they clearly weren't contacted at all. The moment was awkward and revealed how fake wrestling can feel sometimes. Repeating insults. The women's revolution in the WWE is in full force on both Raw and SmackDown Live. Female competitors like Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks, Nia Jax, Charlotte, and Carmella are really stepping up to represent their division and deliver quality matches. One of these matches included the first ever female Money in the Bank match, when Carmella won because James Ellsworth cheated. It was up to SmackDown general manager to try and smooth everything over. With the ring full of competitors, each took turns on the mic, including Charlotte. Charlotte was insulting Natalya and told her she needs to shut up before she beats her so bad she ends up looking like James Ellsworth. The crowd laughed at the joke, and then it was Tamina Snuka's turn to speak. She froze for a second, stumbled over words, and obviously forgot her cue. Instead of making up something on the fly, Tamina just repeated the same insult Charlotte used right back at her. The extremely awkward moment made the whole WWE universe sit there confused in silence until Daniel Bryan stepped up to get the segment back on track. Even Charlotte had a confused look on her face as the lines were messed up. Lifting the dead man. One of Roman Reigns' biggest WWE moments came at WrestleMania 33 when he had a chance to go one-on-one with Undertaker in the main event of the show. Defeating The Undertaker at the event would be monumental for Reigns, and he actually managed to get the job done after hitting The Undertaker with a super spear. While it's easy to look back and just think about the outcome of the match, it wasn't without a huge botch that took place in the middle. The Undertaker lifted Roman Reigns up to hit his patented tombstone finisher, but Roman flipped behind him and was supposed to reverse the move into a tombstone of his own. The move didn't go smoothly though, as Reigns couldn't lift The Undertaker back up again. He tried 3 times before giving up and transitioning into a rush Superman punch. At a huge event like WrestleMania, a botch like that is disappointing, and the crowd quickly expressed their disapproval with the awkward sequence of events. Plenty of other superstars have completed the same move. This includes Randy Orton, who reversed the tombstone and delivered one of his own at 2005 Armageddon pay-per-view. Roman Reigns may call the WWE his yard now, but he needs to clean up his mess first. Thanks for watching. Now for your trivia answer. Rusev watched in horror as the Big Show ripped the giant Russian flag down from its display and taunted him over it. Rusev then tried to attack the Big Show but was easily tossed out of the ring. Wow, there you have it. What botch do you think is the worst? Which one was the most embarrassing? And are there any we missed? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to the Sportster on YouTube so you can stay up to date with our awesome videos.